Hey. The Go Home Show. Hitting 10.
Episode 10. 10.
We made it, y'all. I'm happy.
And that's enough music.
Yes. That was the perfect intro.
That was
for Chris. Perfect. No pun intended. Perfect. Yes, the studio audience is going wild right now.
This will probably be the last episode. We've played more tracks on this than ever, and we're probably going to get sued.
Yeah. It's coming for our pockets. What's up, y'all? Episode 10, the Go Home Show. We made it. Double digits, y'all.
Mama, we made it.
We gonna make it.
We gon'
Ooh.
My bathtubs lift up. My walls do a 360. I still want that tub.
Ooh, got the shit that the government got.
Ooh.
Oh. What's up, y'all? We's good. It's Teddy Lucid in the house.
Money Mouth.
And just plain Chris with a man with a hat and a beard.
And some water.
And some agua. For all your delicious and thirsty needs. So, bitches, yes, it is a hot boy summer, not no hot girl, no thought summer.
Yeah.
So, make sure you drink your Evian because
It's over.
it's all season.
It's all season. Speaking about the season, we had a great weekend about a week ago. SummerSlam weekend, NXT TakeOver and SummerSlam back to back. Going to NXT TakeOver first. Again, the streak continues. Not a bad NXT TakeOver. They still, whatever.
I mean, let me ask you a real question, though.
Yes.
A real G question.
Yes.
Has there ever been a bad takeover? Exactly.
No bad TakeOver. The streak, I don't know how Triple
It's
H is
consistent.
I can't see it.
There's been no bad takeovers. Takeover is really, I really enjoyed this one. Everything hit its mark.
Mm-hmm.
The matches were dope, especially Gargano, Cole stole the show, and the triple threat. That was like my favorite. I think that was the show stealer for me.
Yeah, we got the finale.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Wrestling might be done in NXT.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
But
especially with the news that we're touching. I think he's staying around for a while.
yeah,
I think.
We'll get into that news later on.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to throw something out there.
Go ahead, bro.
I gotta give it up for Gargano because he killed it with the attire. Killed it with the Wolverine.
That was hard.
I actually just wore the Wolverine shirt today, so that's
Loved
really
it.
Crazy.
I thought the Winter Soldier one was dope,
Mm-hmm.
and then he did the Iron Man. But this one, I was like, love it.
Yeah, he had a Spider-Man and a Venom one too.
Yeah.
He had like the Venom one that was taking.
He had a
over the
Spider-Man. I don't know if I don't think he did Venom.
He had when he was like in like the Ciampa when he was starting to go like heelish. He had like the Venom taking over the Spider-Man attire. It wasn't like all the way, but it was like you could see like
I can't
traces
recall.
of it.
I can't recall.
He's on a little Rey Mysterio run.
Yeah, I think I want to say that's when he wore it when he beat Ricochet with the outside DDT. I want to say that takeover, but it was cool. Any standout matches you guys had or thoughts on takeover?
Of course, to set the tone. Shout out to the Street Profits,
Yeah, Street Profits been doing their thing.
the Red Cup Boys,
The Red
Brown
Cup.
Water.
I actually have a nickname for them too when we talk about the TV stuff. It's like y'all will see, but they did their thing too. Like
They thing.
they showed out for real. Also with the Undisputed, I really like too like with the car, like how almost everybody in Undisputed Era was going for a championship. Like that's something like if you have a wrestling from a stable, that's something you would like to see. Like everybody's important, everybody's going for a title.
I was a little bit disappointed that
Only
Undisputed didn't come out dripping in gold.
Evolution
But
style.
they already had like that era where they were dripping in gold.
It was a good time.
I don't think they're going back to that, but it was cool to see everybody go against.
I understand what Chris means. Like Cole now has the top belt over there, so I can see a little evolution type vibe.
Favorite theme song?
Yeah.
That was like episode 7, 8.
You know that's Papa H's favorite boy right now, so you know
He got a lot of favorite boys. It's gonna be interesting when he takes over who he's gonna pick to go over who as the favorite boys. 'Cause I know Finn is like one of his favorites. That was like one of the golden kids.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you got to remember, like, it was him. You still had the time when you had Shinsuke. Asuka was unbeatable. Now she's unseeable.
Got him.
I hate to see it.
You hate to see it, but it happens.
Unseeable. I'm dead. I hope Asuka doesn't hear that. She gonna come down the door and kick us.
I hope she does. It'll be the first time I've seen her in months.
Asuka could do whatever to me.
Facts. She don't come with some hentai.
I've been waiting.
We meet again, Asuka.
It took you so long.
Well, it's stupid.
Yo, she got some back.
Also, the Candice and Io match was pretty dope.
Oh yeah,
Io.
now that match right there.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably not the best match of the night, but
That wasn't
I was
the best match?
I'm most impressed with that match of what they performed.
I love the heel side.
Mm-hmm.
It was also a great finish. A very good finish. Cannot complain.
Something you don't really get too often
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a WWE product. A good
No,
finish.
That's honestly, I can probably say for most part of the SummerSlam weekend, there were some good finishes.
Yeah, like the only bad one was the WWE Championship. Everything else.
Honestly, I was not a big fan on how I don't know if I don't think it was much of a botch, but I wasn't a big fan of the way the Gargano and Cole match ended.
Yeah.
From
with
top off the cage,
the
and
tables?
I was like, eh. I see what was done.
That was probably my least favorite of the three
But
matches.
yeah, but if I must say, I'm gonna go on my Larry David moment. It's like, yeah.
I think number one for me is my favorite out of the trilogy we had.
You know why though? Because there was the single match, then they did street fight, and then they did the cage. It was like for all this, it could have just been a cage match, and you put like 3 matches in this.
I was okay. The whole match for me was good from beginning. I want to say to the last 10 seconds. But no, like I wasn't a big fan of the finish because it just eventually like they just threw themselves off
To the table.
So one table and it was supposed to hit 2. We saw how they skidded, but it didn't matter. They hit what they needed to hit, so that was the most important thing.
They hit the benchmark.
But it was a fucking great match.
And I liked it. And I liked it too how, like I said, with NXT Triple H, we all say he knows what he's doing. I liked how the matches went into the story.
Yeah.
I like how Cole picked the wrestling match. It was like, your name's Johnny Wrestling. I'm going to beat you in a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And then I also like Gargano with his...
Officially disqualified himself in that first one. Is like, no.
Because he knew he had the street fight where now he's good enough and like with his hardcore with his little heel
Johnny
turn.
Takeover.
Break it down, T.
So it was cool. Like, because you didn't know... Have Cole winning like that with a Dick Kick City by Gargano came out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it goes into the street fight, he already has an upper advantage.
Yeah.
So it's like very good storytelling on that part. The only thing, like you said, with the cage, I thought it was going to be a loser leaves NXT match. I thought that was like building up for it.
I think we've gotten to that comfort that, hey, you know what? If you've been in a match, especially on a trilogy, someone's going to leave.
Okay.
I think we've gotten to that point where you're like, oh, he already lost the title. He's going to move on. Oh, he didn't win the title this time. He's going to move up to the roster. And I'm glad that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, like Triple H is like Lucy from Charlie Brown. She's like moving the football.
Because I think the way they're trying to do things right now, from what I've been reading on the dirty sheets or whatever, there really hasn't been much movement of having anyone called up.
Yeah, the last was like the last bunch, and that was it.
Yeah, there's nothing else. I don't see anyone. I mean, I can say there could be, but I think the way they're trying to do everything right now is like everyone is set of where they're at in each of their brands.
At least to Mania,
especially since the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that's when now with the deal in work, I feel like Undisputed Era and Gargano will be sticking around till at least Mania. Because if you take them, who are you going to really when they go on the USA Network? Will be like, these are the guys. Like
this is true.
So I think that probably played it. Was like Triple H is happy because he gets to keep his 4-man bunch a while, and then they probably gonna have another War Games, and that's like their match now. It's about to be Undisputed Era Games.
I have a very random theory that I wanna
RT.
One of my wild suggestion theories that only in my mind will probably play out, but when we cross that bridge later, a little in this in this podcast,
can we burn it down?
No, we're not burning shit down.
We burnt down enough.
But nah, that was like anything you had from the Cole Gargano.
I mean,
you want to take away?
I'm just
chilling.
It was a good trilogy. Like,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything hit from every match.
Who you think is next up for Mr. Bebe? Who's next up? I don't want to say Ciampa. I know he's working, but it's like don't want to hot shot him to the title yet. So who's next up? I think for Adam Cole.
Well, you also have the winners of that NXT tournament.
Oh, the breakout joint.
Yeah.
Okay. But I meant like the next main feud after.
No, I don't know. Maybe that might be the next thing.
That'd be a good little surprise, like a upcoming, like a little WWE game, like win a tournament, face the champion for a little bit.
Because I would love to see Adam Cole go up against AKA ACH.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some old school PWG match. I think will be fucking awesome.
I mean, yeah, because I don't know what they're gonna do next. Here's the thing. All right, so you got the North American champ.
It got serious. Malcolm win.
Yeah, Malcolm got serious. He didn't even get on the camera.
You got Velveteen. Somebody made an interesting point. All right, so you got the women's champ, Shayna.
Mm-hmm. My queen. Cole. Oh, we didn't even talk about Shayna. Shout out to Shayna.
We got all the people that's champs. All right. They the main card, guys. But what about the mid card?
Mm-hmm.
On NXT.
Okay.
Do you think that's one thing they should improve on?
I feel like NXT is at a perfect balance because you know who your top is, and then they have enough people that's really not up there where they can go either up and down that mid card, like a Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Dijak, Dane. Now that he's with the storyline, there's like enough people in that pool, and if they need to go up or down, they can do it.
Because Cole won, obviously he's not going to face Gargano again. So it's like, we're in a position like, who's next? Like,
I would love to see a champion. Not Gargano, Cole and Dream.
Winner take all, or just just
for NXT.
Or just for the fun.
Just for shits and giggles. I respect that.
Let's see that.
Dream's been showing out. That triple threat was really good, and we don't really see too many.
For
triple
me
threats.
personally, that was the match of the night.
And then I like the finish too, keeping everybody looking. No, like everybody, even though you lose. But
good. It was hard. Like Dream just didn't slide through. It was like hard won and stuff.
And then speaking about hard through, I really like the Shayna Baszler and Mia Yim match because that was the first time a female from NXT really got under Shayna's skin, like story wise, and like match wise too. Like she was
little
really
blazing baddie.
like up and like really took Shayna Baszler to the limit. Yeah. So I really like that, like because always matches from like Shayna since she's got this been like the bully, and everybody else has like been trying to like scared of her, but like me and brought it. So I would love to see a second match between those two.
For me, is also seeing how Mia Yim has grown. Mm-hmm. I remember from watching her like the early like TNA days.
I was about to say, where did she come from before the Mae Young? Like,
no, she was in TNA.
TNA, okay.
She was part of the. She was known as Jade.
Jade.
And then she was in like another faction with like all these Asian girls.
She was with Gail Kim.
Who was booking back then?
No, actually, with Gail Kim, they actually had a really big rivalry with her because she wasn't part of it. I forgot what the name of that faction was. Something maybe Dollhouse.
I remember that name, so it could have been.
Hold on, Google's a friend.
Shout out to Mia Yim though. She did her thing. I was kind of scared that the Queen was going to lose.
It was. They made it believable.
You thought she was going to lose?
They made it like I said because this was like the first time like somebody
I think she was going to lose.
Like somebody really like was like plucking Shayna's feathers.
The Dollhouse. That's what it was called.
But yeah, I didn't think she was going to lose.
No, they've kind of built her up to be female Brock in some ways. Yeah. She just shows up, to most events.
And especially, I didn't think that she was going to lose because that was Mia's first headline.
That was her first takeover.
Yeah, that was her first takeover.
That was her first takeover.
Yeah, so they're not going to have somebody that was on top like this just lose the first one. So they probably set up a rivalry with eventually she gets knocked down probably by her. Who knows? Because every time we think that's gonna happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's tap, nap, snap, boys. This is also a great. I'm gonna actually get that shirt. I gotta support the queen. I don't know. I keep telling you, I just love the way fucking Shayna Baszler wrestles. Like, it's really something about her matches. Like,
I'm just not big on her cronies.
Oh, oh yeah, you said that before.
Fucking awkward as shit. And I've yet to have met anyone who have disagreed at all.
Yeah, you know them cronies.
Shit, they better step their game up for Ronda cut them out the squad. Like,
I mean, she already cut herself.
Yeah, I seen
Did
that.
you see the photo?
I seen that.
Oh, yeah, the fake.
Talk about bend and snap.
Would have thought Pete Dunne got a hold of them hands. Shit.
Like Marty Scurll just gave it the.
But yeah, I'll give TakeOver a 4 out of 5.
Best match of the night.
Triple threat.
It was the triple threat, but I was
No, Malcolm.
But
we're not doing that.
Right, so I'm gonna give each other the swerve. I thought the Candice match.
That was
a really good match.
And before we jump into SummerSlam, I really like the Candice Io match because I think it's one of the rare takeover matches where there's not like a belt on the line.
Yeah, true.
And there was like
it does happen, but
and not like a feud match because if it's not the belt on the line, it's usually like the new signee.
Yeah.
Like when Austin Aries or whoever comes down, like the free agent match.
And then it just gave it made Candice look like real good, like something.
It made
like,
everybody look good.
Like,
even Io, since she turned heel, she's been amazing.
I like Io,
especially with that moonsault.
You know, she could finally step out of like Johnny's shadow and shit like that.
Well, I think that was a good thing for her. Because she's always been partnered, like throughout most of her career, she's always been partnered up with somebody. Joey Ryan, you know, the world's cutest couple.
They had the best match. I feel like I always show my non-wrestling friends that match. The Young Bucks. We talked about it for Young Bucks, World's Cutest Tag Team, Gorilla Wolf for like that match. You can show that to anybody that doesn't watch wrestling. Wrestling. You know, it's just wrestling still real to me, damn it. But you can show that to anybody that doesn't watch wrestling, and they'll get hooked in 12 minutes, 13 minutes in. So, yeah. Grades for TakeOver?
I give it a 4 now. 4 out of 5.
I give it a 10. A fucking 10.
A 10 out of 5. You sound like the dude from freaking Mighty Ducks 2 right now.
No, I mean I was going with Varsity Blues with Billy Bob.
No, but you sound like the dude.
A 10. Give it a fucking 10.
Me and Coach used to always joke about him, Dwayne.
See,
he sound just like
I can see that.
He's like, how the cow and the rooster.
All
Let's
right.
fly together.
Like, Dwayne, just shut the fuck up.
Shout out to Dwayne from Mighty Ducks too. He was the homie, man. That was the man right there.
My man had the only mean steak candles. He was looking like fucking the professor out there.
Now we gotta get him on the show. We gotta get in contact with his peoples. Yo, Dwayne, if you listening,
holla.
Come holla.
Dwayne Robertson.
We can talk about the cows and the who's. Ducks fly. He was like, Ducks fly together.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Well, no, getting into serious business. SummerSlam, the main event. SummerSlam
the
or Summer
show
Scam?
of the summer.
It was definitely.
It was actually SummerSlam. It wasn't Summer Scam.
No scams.
Can I say one thing that I took that was already a positive from SummerSlam?
Ended early.
Not only did it end it early, but it wasn't even 6 hours. Fun fact, it was under 3.5 hours.
It was before 11. It ended like
3 hours and 21 minutes with 46 seconds.
I was sitting there like, yo, this shit over? Like, what's going on?
You was just like, yo, this is gonna go deep into the night.
I'm like, yo, we got time to play with. What's going on?
Canadians was like, hey, so what time you guys planning on
wrapping this shit up?
Wrapping this up, eh? We got work tomorrow, eh?
Want to go down the card real quick on SummerSlam.
It was a good card.
First, they started things off real big with the Becky match.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was like for her reign, she needs some fodder to go over. She needs different people, so she added Natalya to her war chest.
To her collection.
I was like,
in her hometown, no less. So I kind of like that, like beating the hometown girl.
Yeah.
And the hometown for the belt. So
nice little submission match, you know.
I try like that too.
It was like, natty.
We got the match of the night. Goldberg versus Dolph.
Match of the night.
Can I be honest? It wasn't a shit show.
It was a banger.
That's what Goldberg.
No. But like, first of all, it was a huge fucking improvement. As you can also notice, he was conscious throughout the entire match.
There was air conditioning in the
He
building.
made sure he didn't hit his head.
They was just like,
come right out.
somebody was just like, motherfucker, if you bang your head one more time, I'm gonna fucking fire your ass right here. It's like, Goldberg, no, don't worry about it. You can walk out that way. We got a new route for you. It's go home.
Yeah.
Go home. The show's over.
Dolph sold the shit out of them Spears.
Nah, he did.
And
he
it was
on,
fucking really. It was really good.
He was on his Shawn Michaels flow.
He kept telling him, "I'm not done."
You ain't shit.
Yo, that was.
Speaking
great.
about Goldberg, I wonder if Goldberg and a certain dead man cross paths backstage. I would love to be a fly on the wall for that.
I don't think Undertaker even trying to look at him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure.
Making me look bad out here, son.
Yo, when Taker carried you for that match, you got issues.
Nah, Taker's face at the end of that match has to go in the Hall of Fame. Like,
Shit.
I've never seen Undertaker look like that ever.
He had the.
Like,
Damn, this shit was trash, but I'm about to get paid.
I'm about to get I'm about to get my $3 million. But it's just like it was like you just tarnished my legacy.
Speaking about Mel, there was something on the dirt sheets. You know who else he was trying to lobby to get some of that Saturday money to keep it in the family?
Who?
Michelle McCool.
Yeah,
Nah, we talked about that last time, right?
yeah,
We did, but
But we never talked about her like being on the card. Obviously, that wasn't gonna happen. But I would love for her to get that one, do a nice little light run.
Like, you see these boys, like, we get 2 of these checks? We got 1.
We get paid.
2 of these checks.
We could buy Island with this.
We can add an extra side of this ranch style home.
Couple more acres.
Yeah, Island. Dead Man Island. That'll be on the WWE Network. I'll probably watch that.
Nigga, Vince is gonna be like, this is good shit.
This is good shit.
We got Dead Man Island.
There was also the run-in between Goldberg and
Oh yeah.
Matt Riddle.
Oh, yeah. Those two gotta get it on.
Just let Matt Riddle squash him real quick, man.
He was like, bruh,
He said, I'm not your bro.
I'm not your bro.
Not
Whatever,
your
bro. It was good meeting you, bro. It's like, call me bro one more time. All right, bro. I love Matt Riddle.
Shout out to Matt Riddle.
But Matt Riddle will probably fucking kick Goldberg's ass.
Nah, he probably would. Matt Riddle's
I need to see it.
was a beast.
I need
Injected in
to
my veins.
Just make it happen.
And
I'm putting it also out there. Like, I don't know what Goldberg's been doing since fucking Saudi Arabia and last SummerSlam, but homeboy needs to work on some legs.
He need to hit up DDP.
Yeah, like, I'm like, yo, are you skipping leg day? Like, I don't know if you guys paid attention, but that shit was fucking brutal to watch. I got photos.
You got photos.
I got photos because I was just like, yo, this is
Man,
just
say, I got fouls on you, doggy.
just like check the shit out.
Yeah, it's not like that. Like I said,
Ooh,
this
what
match
is
is only
this?
like 2 minutes though.
He's just like, nah, I don't need to work on that. I'm working on being lean. For what?
Working on-
lean.
You don't need to be lean for no damn 3-second match.
Being lean. The match time was 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Fucking-
A new high.
Fucking
A new
trash.
high. You are something else, bro. He's at a new high.
Let's get into some good matches.
That's good.
You mean
Yeah.
matches that are worth talking about?
Yeah, that guy, AJ Styles, Ricochet,
Killing it.
with his guys. the
Killed
club.
it.
Y'all
And
like
shout
that
out to
match?
Ricochet with his costume. A lot of people was giving him shit about the costume.
Nah. His Nightwing costume?
Yeah.
You know what he got? He got Adrian Neville's gimmick.
At least, he doesn't have a cape now, so
Somebody had to take it.
Yeah, it was just like invincible. Like, who remember that guy who make a superhero? Let's do this one.
Nah, he didn't give him a cape, so he's in good standing right now.
Nah, he'll get the cape soon.
But shout
Paul
out to
Heyman
them.
was like, don't you fucking think
Put
about it.
that damn cape.
Go deal with your XFL shit. Go. Let me run Raw.
How y'all felt about the match?
I liked it though. You know what these AJ Styles and Ricochet matches remind me of? They remind me of the AJ Styles Nakamura feud. It feels like they didn't get out of like first to second gear yet.
Yeah, I felt like that with this match. The last match they had on Raw, I felt like they took it another gear. But this one, I don't know, it ended like 5 minutes earlier than it should have.
That's another thing with that feud. I never knew why they never like got the handcuffs off for that Nakamura Styles feud. That's another question.
Neither do I.
Like WWE would
Like
never know.
I was very disappointed after that match in NOLA. I was.
He not even Mania match. That match in NOLA.
Yo, it was terrible. I was just like, yo, how is this not main eventing? Anyone that pretty much wins the Rumble, you main event. How do you take that away?
Just
And
like
become
that.
a fucking mid card?
Yeah.
Because it's SmackDown.
And not even a good mid card match where you have some time. It was just
No, the only thing that I was kind of like, all right, I was like, all right, this is a finish. Fuck, it wasn't great, whatever. But then it was like, oh, Shinsuke turned heel. Okay, so there's gonna be more, and it was great. And then they just like, all right, next.
Yeah, 3 straight L's.
What?
Next.
There was a pay-per-view that was nothing but fucking like
Takeover.
blows.
And then it had to deal with
Which I
AJ
was
Styles
fine.
is going on 2K cover, so they didn't want him to lose the belt until
Also,
during that
like,
stretch
I
run.
think
So
that
it's like
shit-
the politics,
that
the
shit was
politics,
fucking
and
stupid.
They could have swapped belts though. It could have just happened.
No.
but then they could have made Nakamura like look good losing, like we said. Like you can look good losing
He
rather than
literally
look like
lost.
a clown.
I don't even think there was a trade. I think they went 4, and I think he lost all 4 of those.
I think so too. I think he probably won one on SmackDown to still keep him.
Which was probably
No.
their best match or some shit like that.
No, I think he legit
Lost all 4.
lost all 4 of those, and it's sad.
Not as sad.
Like he couldn't even win 1 out of them. It's like you
Yeah.
literally had
The
this
Samoa
guy.
Joe feud was better than that. The one that happened after that.
Yeah. Wendy, Wendy.
They should have had Wendy shirts.
Yo, for real.
Um,
They're like, hey AJ, how's your wife and my kids doing?
with the ether. Next was Bailey and Ember Moon.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually fast forward that match.
I felt like that was it was cool, but another match that didn't go to another gear. They ended it too quick. The match was only 10 minutes.
It wasn't.
Because you know why?
I know why.
Why? Why?
Because they had big plans later on for another women's match that night.
Because that belt ain't staying on Bailey.
Yeah, that's
belt
why.
is-
That's why I'm talking about it.
That belt is-
For the chick that won later on that night.
That belt is gone.
Wait.
Like they might as well just give Charlotte the belt now. I could set that shit on Twitter because I put the shit in my head like Charlotte's gonna beat Bailey because you know they're gonna go to Fox and they're gonna have Charlotte parade the belt around. So Bailey better just keep these next couple of weeks keeping it warm.
You don't know that.
Or they could set up a hot feud with them. Who knows? You know.
Charlotte's getting that damn belt back.
Maybe not.
Maybe first.
I mean, at the rate she's going, she's going to be 18. She's going to be winning them 18 titles.
Well, Rick says 21.
All 21. Unofficially.
When Charlotte gets it like past 16, he's like, no, it was 21.
It was 21. Was she at 13?
Something like that.
Shit. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, because she did have the Divas too. She
Yeah.
was like the last one with the Divas. And then christened up the women's.
Yo,
and
she
then
won the
brought
shit like 5. She
SmackDown.
won the shit 5 times in 1 month.
Charlotte.
He about to pass Cena and Orton.
Well, Cena's tied with
Yeah.
Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
I always feel like Cena should win it at Mania and then retire right after.
I mean, even though he's silently retired.
Yeah.
But that's the thing though, because you're not going to get too many Cena matches. I always said that they should pitch like an old man Logan-esque storyline for Cena for this 17th. Like, if he comes back for like a couple of months, have him like lose and be like, yo, John Cena, like get done. Like, just go to Hollywood. And then some miraculous, he like wins the Royal Rumble. Like, I'm giving all my God.
Nah, I think he's going to do what The Rock did. You know, become a star first in movies. Going to do one more run. Get
But
to
like I said,
17th.
if he wins the 17th, it's going to be at Mania and he's going to retire right after.
I don't think he'll truly ever retire.
Yeah.
True that.
Wrestlers are like rappers. They never retire.
Very few of them will actually say, no, I'm done.
Yeah, because like Terry Funk had like mad retirement matches when I was still a baby.
Yo,
He's still wrestling.
Terry Funk's been fucking wrestling since like 1945.
I'm having a retirement match.
They was wrestling since like the first Woodstock and shit.
Shout out to Funk. That's my man. That's one of my like underrated gems. The Funker.
I'm surprised,
man.
I mean, knock on wood, but I'm surprised that motherfucker's dead.
Terry Funk is the man. Funk
Still in these streets.
Still in these streets and hardcore matches.
Death matches at that.
Who's next on the cord?
We got KO, Mr. Stunner Man.
It was a good shit.
Shane, I like that match.
I liked it.
I couldn't complain.
I keep telling y'all, Shane is turning into prime Vince with the trolling. Like, he does everything.
Yeah.
Even the shit on SmackDown this week that I would going out there just to watch, and then all of a sudden I'm special. Like, that is like straight out of Attitude Era.
Seen
Vince shit.
his referee, the Shane O'Mac.
And then with the fast count, like, that is legit. Like, Shane is turning back the hands of time right now. Like, we are literally looking at Vince. It's maybe not done as good as Vince, but the effort and, like, what they're trying to do is there. So, kudos to Shane. He's the best in the world.
Kudos.
And I'm not saying that because I met him at an ice cream place.
And Kevin Owens did say he's a good dad.
He is a good dad. I saw his kids. His kids wanted vanilla, and Shane got him more vanilla.
That's what happens when you're the best in the world.
Crazy. I didn't even know he was behind me until somebody was like, Shane. And I was like,
Shane O'Mac.
I was like, oh shit, that's Shane McMahon. And then, since he was like one of my favorites, I had to turn into
Was that around the same time that he got in like a little plane accident?
Yeah,
and he jumped out.
Like right around
he
that
jumped
time
in the
period.
water.
When Shane,
Like, Shane, you taking it too far with this jumping shit.
Shane could defy
Tom
death.
Cruise.
Yeah, they need to get Shane in like Mission Impossible. I'm surprised like WWE Films hasn't like done like a Shane.
He'll do his own stunts.
Like Mission Somewhat Impossible, some shit like.
Speaking of WWE films, I'm not surprised if somewhere down the pipeline there will become, I want to say, a special film of sorts with a certain unique person down the pipeline.
Mr. Wyatt?
Maybe.
I would like that. Like a See No Evil type of.
Maybe.
That's not bad.
Maybe.
Because that See No Evil did come out when Kane was like super creepy.
That's gotta be Kane.
And he has more character than Kane. Kane
Yeah.
was real. You know,
Just don't-
I'm Kane.
Just don't say that infamous date.
May 19th. Oh man.
That nigga is a fool. I hate that.
May 19th.
That's gotta be Kane. I love it.
That's gotta be Kane.
That's gotta be on his tombstone. Like, not. That's gotta be Kane. Like, he was on the cokiest of cokes when Kane was.
My God.
Got ball palsy. In effect.
That's gotta be Kane.
Oh, my Lord in heaven.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh man. Probably the match of the night.
Who's up?
The Queen.
I really like that match.
Versus the Queen. Me too.
I have a theory too. I feel like Trish Stratus is going to try to go against all the four horsewomen as much as he can. Just kind of like passing of the torch ish.
I mean, perhaps. I mean, we still haven't gotten Sasha and Trish, which was like something that should have been done a while back, and especially after they teased it at the Rumble.
What was it? Evolution? They were supposed to do it.
They teased at the Rumble.
They teased it at this past year's Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they should have did that.
And Sasha was very adamant, like, let's make this happen. They're like, no, we got big plans for you. You're gonna win the titles,
and they gonna lose.
But what she doesn't know, she's gonna drop them.
What you call it?
And then the titles will forever be obsolete.
They gave her the Christian treatment.
It was just like,
I would love to see Christian's face. Like, I don't think they. Do you think they told him he was gonna lose him on SmackDown after he won it, or you think they told him he showed up for that taping?
That was just wrong. Well, I don't know if what was wrong, that or Zack Ryder legitimate having his WrestleMania moment and having to drop the belt.
That's another thing. They just love.
Damn.
Like that shit, and it sucked because it was like I was there for, and I felt the emotions. I got goosebumps. I was like, yo, he got his WrestleMania moment.
You do some shit with this.
And then it was just like,
get back to Miz.
All right, go. Even though like it was done tastefully.
It was.
The angle was cool, and I was like, all right, he just lost it. Maybe he gets it back. And I was like, no, we're gonna put you in that same scenario as like having Eve Torres just throw you off the top, like of the ramp, like
couldn't even get to the next pay-per-view.
Like no.
Yeah.
I thought this was Trish's best match ever.
Really? Mm-hmm. Even from back in the heyday?
Yeah.
The Matrix Trish?
Because she did some spots in this stuff that she never done before.
Like
never.
prime Matrix Trish.
The only thing I'll compare to is the leader match.
Yeah, you can't compare that. That match for me, it's always gonna be solid. It's always gonna be a real solid match.
And the reason I give it more up on this, because Trish is, you know, of course, older, and she was pulling out I was like, oh, she never did this before. She was pulling out a couple of high flyer moves.
Changing up.
Yeah, shout out to Charlotte, selling a lot of the moves and stuff.
Even with the Trish match, I hope they start giving not just the females, but everybody down the card, like, give them, like, some signature moves that can finish matches. Because, like, Trish had the chick kick, the Stratisfaction. Like, change this shit up. Like, we don't got to see the same finish every week. So I forgot, like, she really had, like, 2 moves that she could bust out and really win a match. Yeah. Especially the chick kick. That's a funny-ass name.
The chick kick.
And the Stratisfaction.
I think we need to start, like, a lot of people need to be putting respect on Charlotte's name, like when it comes to big matches. Like,
no, she do. It's just the over pushing that people like turn.
I don't even think so. I honestly, like, she does her shit. There's never been a one time like, oh, I'm disappointed.
Cause like if we go back to last Mania with her Oscar match, she probably had like if we go through a top 5 women's matches, she had probably she was involved in all 5 matches. All 5 matches. Floor.
Dylan.
Her match with Ronda. Of course, her with Becky. The Oscar match. This Trish match. Like, she just, when it comes to big matches, when you need something done, forget the title. Just a big match.
Big match, Charlotte.
I also don't know if it's me because you brought up the triple threat match that we had closing out Mania. Winner takes all. But to be honest, I can't think of like any feud or any match that was hyped up as much as that one. That for me is like
that was their golden goose.
That was like top 5. That's even like top 5 rivalry. Just how everything was built. Mm-hmm. The machine worked, and some people were bitching and complaining. It's just like, no, just shut the fuck up. Like, you have not only was it because it was history, because it's being the first, woman's main event to close out WrestleMania. Let that be known. It has nothing to even do with that. But the fact that they were like, hey, this is what we're committed to. Well, let's have an amazing storyline that's gonna fucking carry everybody individually and bring that match together for what it was. It made perfect sense.
I did too, because it started with the 2, and then it went to Ronda, and then since Becky was kind of left, and then she just jumped up into it.
It was very well played. There really isn't much that I can say like, oh, they probably could have done this better. They could have done I honestly feel like they did a really great job. They focus a lot on it, but they did an amazing job.
Nah, my only nitpick, just because I love the storytelling and shit, I think when I said it was like when Ric Flair got attacked. Just have like a week or 2 like Charlotte in the hospital, like with her dad after the attack. Like, that was my only nitpick. That was my only, because you never, especially now today in WWE, you never have like an overarching storyline. So I saw it as an opportunity. Batista attack Rick. Her daughter, his daughter is like fighting. That she got to be at his like side for a little bit. Like I said, not like just like a week or 2. Like Charlotte's like with Rick recovering or some shit like that. So that was my thing. But honestly, he said it was like one of the best storylines they put out in a while.
Yeah, definitely. I thought so.
And especially at that time where shit was like really fucking.
That was the only thing they had.
It really was.
That was it. Because they flopped the Batista. The Batista thing was cool, like when he attacked Rick, and then it just went.
Well, that in the Kofi thing too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was, and I got swear.
The new B+ player. That's his new nickname for me now.
I really like how they've made him very credible. So kudos to WWE.
Oh, for Kofi?
For Kofi.
Yeah, because you would think by now they would have him lose some dumb,
but they've had
shitty way.
Yeah, but they gave him a lot of credibility and helps for him later down the line.
It's just probably like he'll be in a match and R-Truth trying to run away from like the 24/7, like knock him over, and then he'll get pinned, like some shit like.
Oh, my bad, dog. My bad.
You know what's the best thing I like about his whole run? Like any match, it seems like he could lose. That's why a lot of people, and then he wins.
It's kind of like a throwback to like when I used to growing up watching SmackDown. with like that face champion. Like he could possibly lose, but he still comes on top and he still looks good.
So every match, even if you don't like the feud, every match is like, oh, everybody's watching to see if he loses. Like, so it adds some excitement to it. Like, so.
I was wrong because I remember I predicted he'll lose that belt at SummerSlam, and here we are after SummerSlam still carrying it. So
and it was also crazy because it went full circle as well between him and Orton.
And I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it now.
Can I also mention something about the fucking ending to that? Let's not. I want that elephant needs to be addressed.
Oh, the rerun?
Huh?
The rerun?
Yeah, it was the rerun.
What do you mean the rerun?
It was the same shit they did with AJ Styles and
last year.
But it was just like how. First of all, like how did this match all of a sudden become like
personal?
Not so personal. A DQ.
It was a regular match.
No, it wasn't. There was no pinfall.
Nah, that was a DQ.
Like how the
fuck? It was a no DQ match.
Kofi snapped. You didn't see Orton was talking to his kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was a regular wrestling match. It was a DQ.
No, matter of fact, it was a double count out.
Was it a double count out?
It was a double count out.
I looked at it. I was like, hold up, whoa, like.
Yeah, it was a double count out.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, who the fuck decided this was a great idea?
But I was mad because, like I said, it was the repeat of what we just saw from Styles.
No, but you know what? Like, I was okay with it.
But not on the same show.
I know it is.
Like, if you're gonna do that, do it for Clash of Champions. Now, don't like SummerSlam two WWE championships in a row.
Let's not talk about Clash of Champions. I'm already expecting that to be a 9-hour show.
The double count out, that was very Bischoff like.
Yeah, I was like, what
Big Money.
I was like, what is this shit?
Big Money E.
Let's step it up. Paul Heyman giving you that work right now.
Bio. Who else we have after the WWE Championship?
Oh, we got the Fiend.
No, that's last. That's last.
So you want to get to Steph and Brock?
Yeah. Okay, we're done with that. We already know what happened with that. Yeah.
So then it's the Fiend. That's it.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I do want to give credit for Steph. I mean, not Steph. Seth. I actually kind of miss Steph now. I never thought I'd say that.
With them titties.
Of course.
I'm trying to get a picture with her one day. I'll give him credit because he was
Steph
getting
has
booed.
some big old titties.
He was getting booed when he came out, and then he got the whole crowd behind him at the end. So kudos to Mr. Rollins. And he beat, and one thing too that I like from this, how he had that line against Roman, where it was like Rollins would beat Roman every time, like only thing like death taxes and.
Yeah.
I hope they start playing up that Seth Rollins is like a little pain in the ass for Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Twice he beat him in the same
Twice,
year.
but then also with the Mania cash-in. Like, this dude has kind of had Brock's number.
He has a number. Yeah.
Like, and I hope they play that up, like, Brock Lesnar comes around and Seth Rollins, like, kind of laughs in his face and shit like that. Like,
it's like you've never beaten me.
Yeah, the only person they let lose to Brock, lose like that is, Goldberg.
What you mean?
Like, the only person
squash.
Squash Lesnar. But, like I'm saying, like, it's been repeated. Like, Rollins has gotten Lesnar's number.
Nah, because remember how the feud went with Goldberg? Well, that's the only person I never beat.
True. But I mean, like, fresh now. Because he had that win at WrestleMania 20. Like, this new beast incarnate, Akuma Lesnar. Rollins has kind of, out of anybody, got
He's the beast seller.
He got 3 wins over him.
So, like I said, I hope they start playing that up. Like, if Lesnar starts, like, in the backstage, and he'd be like, I'll beat you up, twerk. Like that little, like a little heel laugh. Like, I'm the beast slayer, buddy. And I got my girl, I'm the man.
You thought I was Dean Ambrose?
Bitches, man.
I'm the man's man. But nah, cool. I actually kind of liked it, and Brock Lesnar lost clean. I was not expecting that or saw that coming, so.
Lost clean twice. Wait, no, once. Because Mania.
What you mean, with the cash-in?
The low blow.
Oh, the low blow?
So, now it's like, all right.
Yeah, clean. But, yo, hopefully, like I said, hopefully to play that up. Because I once he pinned him, I was like, yo, Seth Rollins has kind of been beating Lesnar a few times.
You know what that means? Brock likes him.
Yeah.
I think Brock does like him.
Brock ain't letting nobody get 2 wins on him in the same year.
And also, like, the little nostalgia spot from, like, the Royal Rumble with the elbow and then the frog splash. Because I think that elbow actually elevated Seth Rollins to the main event. Like, that triple threat with him, Cena, and Lesnar at the Rumble.
That was good shit.
That was the match that brought Seth Rollins to the dance, to the main event dance. So it got kind of funny to see that.
That was a
really,
really good match.
Well done. Shout out to Seth.
But now let's get into the big money player. The man with the fun house and the mandible claw.
Snapping people necks.
Yeah, I don't really like that spot though.
I loved it.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. me watching that match from beginning to end was like watching porn for me. I'm gonna go in on this, like, and it's gonna get nasty and it's gonna get dirty.
It's about to get X-rated.
It's about to get X-rated. Like, honestly, everything that build up was amazing. The entrance,
beautiful.
Loved it. Like, I like how even with the song itself, like, they kind of
remixed it.
They remixed it. It had
creepier, grungier.
I gotta download that remix. Shit was hard.
Yo, like, from the lantern.
Yes.
Like, everything.
Also, like how the flies still there.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know how the audience would still pick up. It was really cool to still see the fireflies around.
It was everything, even from how the match went down.
And also another thing, with the entrance, commentary didn't say a word.
No,
word. It was like, that's the Fiend.
And
he's a little crazy, Corey.
And even like everyone was just like, everyone was caught in awe, and it was like they lived the moment. You don't see that a lot. Usually, you probably hear the chants or whatever. It's like, no, people were like,
there was no what. Everybody was like crickets.
It was like, no, it's just the lights, the music, and the Fiend. Like, it was perfect, even from the light show, even from the way the cameras were moving around, the production. Like, this was done to the fucking T. Mm-hmm. The match itself, anyone who said that Finn got squashed on this,
that was the whole point.
That was the whole point.
Yeah,
and it was just kind of like, all right, like, what do we have here now? You know, all this does, obviously, it sets up him, the Fiend, and the Demon.
And the Demon is losing.
And the Demon has never lost a match.
The Demon is losing.
Okay? So this is a wild theory that I did have. First of all, the ending, once he got the 3 count, lights go off.
And he's up the ramp?
No, he was gone.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like, he was up the ramp.
Yeah, he was gone. It was just like, this was perfect. Like,
I would love to see Bray Wyatt do a little shuffle. Like, all right, Bray, lights out.
Vince would never show us the source on that.
I always wonder how did they do that shit with especially with like the lights are out.
Yeah.
How, like, who is like, if somebody's leading him to the spot of like, all right there, Bray.
Go.
Yeah.
No, it was.
I thought it was well done. Like,
it was more than well done. Like, for me, this tops any entrance I've ever seen. Like, this was, for me, I'm not even overhyping this. This was my Sistine Chapel of entrances.
You putting this over the Dead Man?
Fuck yeah.
Nah,
absolutely.
It's a bold statement.
It is. No, it's honestly like think of every entrance that you've ever seen. There's always those iconic moments. Like, you had those Mania moments. You had this. You had that. Name one either debut or just an entrance in general that you can honestly tell me you just weren't like, yo, this is fucking crazy.
I thought that was hard. The music, everything, everything was well done.
That landed with some sick shit.
Again, from the lantern, the way the producers literally they shift the camera, the way everything was done.
Kevin Dunn was having a fucking orgasm.
He probably wasn't even a guy.
Shake it a little.
I've literally watched it 3 times. The first time I was kind of like
going through it.
I was going through and I really got in the moment. I was like, all right,
who produced that?
I don't know.
I remember back when like the whole Firefly Funhouse, they said this is like Vince McMahon like pet project. Like, he is like super hands on this.
No, actually, it's different.
Really?
Yeah.
I see that when he first.
I heard that he let Bray like do his own thing.
Bray's one of those very few people that because he came in, he was just like, look, this is what I want to do, and he was like, it's good shit.
Maybe not like hands on creatively, but hands on. We're gonna push this shit to the moon.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Vince McMahon, this is like his pet project of like this is the thing we're going to like really be pushing. Especially because you know what's coming up soon.
What?
Halloween. You know how many fucking Fiend masks these niggas could...
First of all, them shits, they've been sold out. They sold out within 20 minutes.
Damn.
Like,
legit sold out within 20 minutes.
Vince is like, ooh.
He was like, money.
Where did they get that? I love that shit. Money. Money.
As long as you bring in a bag for Vince, he's like,
ooh.
You can do whatever you want.
They love money over there, especially because here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here
Money
comes the
talks.
Money.
See the merch numbers, see the tenders going up. We're like, ooh.
Now we're all in agreement, and this is good too. And I also like with the Fiend that they didn't have him on TV the other day. I mean, the day after.
Neither.
But you know what's very interesting is that anyone who he has, I think everyone who he has attacked, I think there's like a whole story. There's a trail to this. That's one of my theories on this.
He has Mankind.
Yeah, because he used a mandible claw.
And I like that too. I like that. You
I think
beat up Mick and you take his move.
You seen his latest attack?
Yeah, Lola.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it was dope that he beat up Mick Foley. Like, I'm going to take it. So now there's like a story behind it rather than the Fiend breaking out the mandible claw all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think that's the mandible claw. We haven't seen
Was he going to take the pile driver from
like, he's like wrestling's Ditto?
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be Kevin Owens. I said that before. Like, wrestling, especially in this whole Stone Cold, like, stunning gimmick.
Taking people.
If Kevin Owens bust out an F5 on Brock Lesnar, I'll jump through the roof.
Oh, so this was kind of my crazy theory that I had about this. So we already know Finn was going to take some time off. Mm-hmm. That was a given. You know, you get the whole thing. The Demon comes out. Demon gets defeated.
That's what I'm saying. I think the Demon takes the first loss.
He takes the first loss. It's like, what am I going to do now? The Demon's defeated.
OC. He joins the OC, broken.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at booking Chris.
So this is how I'm looking at this.
That would be dope. Because I had a feeling that the Demon was probably going to lose to the Fiend.
When you have nowhere to turn, there's only going to be one place you can always count on.
And then I like how they set up, like,
and that's the club.
And the Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers.
How Finn beat him the first time when he was the Demon and Bray was just regular.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turned the table on him.
Now, because that's the thing about all the undefeated like character, they have to lose sometime. So the Demon, it'll be good for him to lose to the Fiend. Like, that's not like a burial or anything. No, like, he lost to the Fiend.
No, it works out very well. Now, I also have a thing. Like, I would rather see Bray with the once in a blue.
I was about to say with the little cardigan.
I think like sweater. He can play that off as like, this is like his true ego. Like, he's, the guy at the fun house. He's just like, oh, this is how I walk around.
Somebody said Bray should be on Raw, and then like the Fiend comes out during the pay-per-views.
No.
I feel like this should be, if you needed him on Raw or pay-per-views, then yeah. But like you said, I feel like Bray Wyatt, regular Bray, should be around here and there.
Like, just random, like he's like backstage, and he's like,
yeah, of course not. Like, I'm not talking about like weekly on Raw. I'm talking about like still doing the fun house.
Yeah.
And then when it's come time to
because you remember,
down the Fiends.
Because you remember how like they had the puppets on randomly like in the background, like they can still do stuff like that, and it's just like what the hell is going on?
Like have the 24/7 shit go behind them, like wowie.
Wow.
There's really a lot of ways they can play this character. Another theory I came with, I love the idea of that. I feel like when Finn Balor comes back, that should be the rematch, and it should be Demon versus Fiend. Just shoot that just to get into the storyline that you propose.
Yeah.
And also for a Mania match, maybe this Mania, I feel like they're going to bring Aleister and the Fiend together. I feel like maybe the build before
they'll bring
Mania,
who together?
Aleister and the Fiend, especially with the whole knocking on the door shit. And who's more scary to come knocking on the door than the Fiend? And then the thing is, I feel like maybe they keep Aleister undefeated along with the Fiend, so it'll be whoever loses. And then if Aleister loses, because they have to give Bray Wyatt a WrestleMania. If Bray Wyatt is the Fiend and he loses at WrestleMania again, it's over. Mm-hmm. So even if Aleister loses at WrestleMania, just have him look good, and then it's like the Fiend gives Aleister credit, everybody wins. Yep. Reminiscent of Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream.
Okay.
Say my name.
Booker.
Say my name.
Because it works perfectly. Like, Aleister Black would be like, I have nobody for Mania. I need somebody to come knock on my door. What in the most scariest person? Let me in. It goes so perfect.
Yeah, I like that. Like, Aleister could continue that knock on the door stuff for months.
For Mania.
Just keep them completely separated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep them separated till Mania. Don't give any inclinations yet.
No, nothing. It's just like, keep that shit away from each other as far as possible. But this was like my wild theory. This is like I just threw it out there. So what if
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get a certain group comes up. Everyone is always gonna think like, oh, so you're gonna have somehow the club gets reunited fully, and then you have another faction that you would think like just comes in,
the UE,
and then you think they're gonna start this beef, right? But then somehow they become the Ultra Club.
Yeah, because they do have another person that was in the club.
Who, by all means, each of these three people were part of a certain club in Japan. Two of those were kicked out by one person individually, who is at another company, but were pretty much let go in not good terms. They got let go by Kenny. They both got fired.
They got cleaned up.
By the cleaner.
Yeah, hate to see it.
And then it's like, yo, we have this big faction.
I was kind of
like
telling...
a big group.
I was kind of telling that somebody... I forgot. Somebody on the street with wrestling. I told them, too, like, with the whole Finn Balor, AJ Styles, it would be pretty dope because this would be, like, the only ever iteration of a club with an AJ Styles and Finn Balor at the same time.
Yeah.
We didn't get that in New Japan. And you know how Vince McMahon hates, like, using everybody's, like, ideas? Like, yo, this is fresh. Like, we never got AJ Styles or Balor together with Luke and Gallows.
And by the way, I love the fact that Luke Gallows is back with the fucking war paint. You have no fucking idea. I remember a couple of years ago when I got the chance to see him at Access, and I was just like, dude, with the war paint.
All we missing is one thing, the AJ mask.
Yo, I am...
That's coming out for Mania.
That's all we missing.
Because I remember he had it originally for Mania when he first debuted in like one of the tours in Japan. Because there was just like, oh, nobody really watches this shit. And it was huge. But he had that originally planned for his first Mania, and it was just like, what are you doing? No, you're not wearing this shit. So he's been he was like, until that time, he was like, yo, it was for Dallas that he wanted to originally wear it to.
Oh, with Jericho.
And it was just like, what are you doing? No. He was like, I was saving that mask for 2 years. And when he finally got a chance to wear it in Japan, it was like...
Nah, he's going to bring it out. Especially now because the shirt has that type of mask.
He doesn't even have to go full mask. You can go like how...
a little half joint?
Yeah, like kind of like how he had like that half mask when he was in the Bullet Club. Like, you don't even need to go that
full
crazy.
mask.
Yeah, especially since he's like super heel now. He got the fraction with him and stuff, like heavy. He got the... eventually, I'm pretty sure he's going to have the strap of some kind.
That's where we're missing factions.
We are missing factions.
Like, that's the thing that... And then, you know, Paul Heyman loves factions.
Because it's so easy to book. Like, we said this, but it's so easy to book when you have factions.
Like,
so easy.
It's like, it brings a whole different fucking element.
They're already setting stuff up. It's small,
like,
too.
with factions?
I don't know if y'all seen...
Well, Sammy and Shin?
Yeah, like, stuff like that. The club.
I would like Sammy and Shin to, like, round up maybe, like, indie heads who haven't got, like, a fair shake.
Nah.
Because it kind of goes with both of them. Not like a fair shake, but haven't really done much. You get like the indie darlings who haven't really made like a...
It reminds me of a certain group that Vince was just like, let's get, you know, a certain group of individuals that are getting no played.
And just put them together.
I
would like it.
What were they called again? No one cares.
No, I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, remember when it was, you have...
Not the Job Squad.
No, it wasn't a Job Squad. First of all, the Job Squad will always be epic. I still have my Job Squad T-shirt from Jericho, but it was Adam Rose. You had Bo Dallas. You had Heath Slater.
Oh, I remember that little faction.
Who was a fourth person? And what's this guy? Why am I drawing fucking blank?
It wasn't Gabriel with the 450, right?
No. Oh, God. Part of the B team.
Oh, Axel.
Yeah, Axel. Fuck, what was the name of that damn faction?
So this
the
is
Outcast.
Like, the Outcast. The social Outcast.
This is like the precursor to like the B team.
Yeah, I was like, nobody needs that shit anymore.
But
like,
now,
it was
like,
cool.
If you get like you said the names, Axel and Slater. If you could get like maybe who else is like they're not really using right? That's like kind of a name. That's like on the indie scene.
Nah, but for right now, like Sammy and Nakamura
together, yeah, and they can like get new recruits. We don't know where to go, but I kind of like that, like you said.
I think the reason they, Nakamura was originally, with Rusev, but he's not much of a talker.
Yeah, they had some shit on the network. It was Kofi, the 24, and Rusev congratulating him. And I was like, holy shit, I forgot all about Rusev.
Rusev Putria.
He really turned into Rusev.
Rusev
They sent him to the Shadow Realm.
They really sent Rusev to the Shadow Realm. And I don't know when Rusev's contract is up, but I do hope, I know, like, people like angsty about WWE people jumping ship, but I really feel like if Rusev jumps ship, he finally would get like a fair handshake. Because Rusev is money. I don't know if Vince doesn't like him for a particular reason or whatever, but...
Well, Lana doesn't make things easy for Rusev. Always tweeting all the time.
He's like, bitch, shut the fuck up, man.
I really hope Rusev is jump ship. But, yeah, with the factions thing, I really think they should go back into factions.
Yeah,
Rusev
we'll see what goes with that.
But no, that thing, what Chris said, that really was a gem. Because it goes into everything, like, where the losses and the wins push the story.
Yes.
They're not a detriment.
No.
So if Finn Balor loses as a demon, like you said, people be like, oh, he's buried. But no, this is the time to take his character, like you said, to be broken.
You elevate that shit.
Like fucking, like you said, he will be like, walk around like
you gotta do something where it's just like, he has to carry it like some sort of like an homage, like I took the demon. Like if somehow like they were to like edit on some Mortal Kombat shit where he like eats his head.
How about like, even putting Atlanta as the demon?
Yes. And it's like this is the victim.
Like I thought he was hot shit. I got him now.
Yeah. And he's kind of like walking around like he's like Shang Tsung.
And then Finn just walking backstage is broken.
Yeah. And then you don't see him for a while.
And the Good Brothers.
The Good Brothers is just like, hey,
bring him along.
You remember that one guy that we used to know? Whatever happened to him? He was an Irish fella.
The foot stomp thingy.
Yeah,
popped his jacket a lot.
All the time, always popping his collar.
White boots.
But like you said, like no pun intended, but Finn Balor definitely needs like a new, fresh coat of paint. Like character wise.
But I think this is the first step. I think they're on the right track.
So hopefully somebody's listening.
It's long term.
Mm-hmm. Booking. Long
term. But I think right now this is the best for his career right now.
That's good.
No, I like that. What you said, Chris.
It's good shit.
From one Fiend to another, it's Boss Tom.
Oh,
she's back. She's back in blue, and she ain't Crip.
Slauson.
I mean,
Banks.
I had a feeling something was off. I was like, why her hair look like that? Like when she came down, I was like, why does her prank like? It
I know they're not gonna do my baby like that. Coming out rough.
Yeah, I was like, Sasha, she looks a little rough. I'm like, oh, okay. I like even with the Fiend, like you said, like if you're gonna come back, her coming back, doing what she did, especially with the new hair, is good. Like I said with Finn Balor, a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah.
Like Sasha couldn't come back, same old Sasha.
And Michael Cole couldn't wait.
It's boss time. I'm surprised you didn't say Michinoku driver.
Like no, she's just coming out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I thought she was making a movie.
My man had the Birdman hand rub. He couldn't wait.
I would like for his boss time to turn into his bitch time.
It's bitch time.
I would love for that to turn.
Get the shit out of Natty.
It's my time, bitch. Like, ooh.
It's longer boss.
And I don't know if you seen, it was a real time slap there.
Yeah, Natty's from the old school.
No, I'm talking about with Becky and
Sasha.
They got a little.
But even they best friends. I remember Triple H.
But that's usually the best way how it goes. Like when you
are really good friends.
Yeah, it's like you bring out the best of each other.
Cause that's what he said with Sean. I forgot what documentary or whatever. He was like, since we're like best of friends, like we would tag each other all the time. Or like
fuck it.
Yeah. And I think Becky, her last 2 weeks gave her best promos in a while.
Yeah, because she was kind of, after the winner takes all, she was kind of losing a little bit of steam.
She was cruising with this whole, other feuds and stuff. Now she's like, we got big money.
Because you went from Charlotte and Ronda Rousey to Lacey Evans.
Becky 2 belts, and there was a
whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah.
And then she was no longer like the unheralded champion, so she had to get like the fans had to get used to that because they were clamoring, "We want Becky as champion." It was like she got 2 belts now. Oh, okay.
Becky's like, damn, we got some heat.
She got 2 belts. I don't know what to cheer for anymore.
She's like, I got 20 pounds of gold on me.
I can't say nothing. No, she got 2 belts, but she's going against Lacey Evans.
Oh, okay.
But then, like you said, so I think they're gonna bring the best out of each other. I think Becky has been needing an opponent, a legit opponent, for a while now.
Like,
yes,
she's box office. Like, she haven't had nothing like this
in
Charlotte.
Paper.
I think Becky's gonna do a Sasha for what Becky happened to her. I think Becky's gonna give Sasha the rocket strap into the.
Yeah, she got a major pop when she came out.
Yeah, I didn't know she was coming out. I did not know.
She
when
teased it.
She was throwing down some crazy chair shots.
Yeah.
I remember last time I looked on Sasha's page, she was in Japan, so I thought she was like.
Nah, she actually like an hour before Raw posted her, like she was in the building.
Oh, a little sneaky.
And in the dirt, she said that she was around for Toronto for SummerSlam week. So.
Okay, no, it's cool. It was really good to see her back. Like it caught me from surprise. Like I was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. And then she went back into bitch mode, which I love, and we finally get to kind of see like the real Sasha.
Like,
it was like, I got the Disney Sasha. Y'all about to get the real.
Speaking of the Disney Sasha, I would like to give out my wild theory.
Ooh,
so
okay.
my wild theory, taken from the Marvel movies, I feel like the 4 horsewomen are gonna like almost kill each other. Like they're going, like you know how they like tighten the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All these matches against each other gonna have them like broken apart. Like none of them are fucking with none of each other.
And you know what that sets up?
Thanos, Ronda Rousey comes back to town with her cronies.
But you're missing something though.
What you mean?
She won't be able to snap her fingers. Oh! Snap, 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 snap. Everybody!
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Goldie with the...
Episode 10.
My God.
My God! It's Kane. That's gotta be Kane. There are women and children, goddammit. Full savage mode!
We are lit. What was it? Priest looking like I never heard y'all get so loud in here. But now I like that. I was thinking about that. Like if they all like started hating each other, and Ronda Rousey comes back to town with her cronies, and they all get back to each other.
Yeah.
But that was my thingy. But how do you feel about the new Sasha?
With her awkward beans.
I love it. I've been waiting for like...
I've been waiting.
3 years.
He's about to get on the Stephen A. Smith.
Yo, I've been waiting for like 3 years, man. I'm like, come on, man. She's a perfect heel.
Come on, man.
Let's get it. Y'all doing all this little baby face shit. Come on, give us the dollars.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I've been waiting my whole time to see Sasha Banks
We got Chris
turn here.
Smith. You really
Like every time they were trying to heal it, like Mama with the Bailey shit last year, and then they put them in counseling and all this shit. I'm like, come on. Get the
even
fuck
when
out
Bailey
of here.
turned heel, it's like,
It's like Charlotte can't be the only heel. She can't be the only one out here fucking people up and shit.
And Sasha plays it the best, and that's why it's like the interesting dynamics. Because if those two link up, if Sasha,
And I said it. I was just
Charlotte
like, this bitch better not come back as a fucking face.
yeah.
Somebody better be turning.
It's like, what's the point of her coming back then? Like, same old shit.
Somebody better be turning.
Somebody better be turning, and it better not be the fucking goddamn faucet. I don't want to hear no kitchen knives turning. I want some goddamn turning heel.
I want a couple of bitches thrown in there in her promos. A couple of slaps. Yo, you seen what she said to Natty?
I don't know if she's gonna get a little crew.
She don't need no crew. She a one man.
Not now, but like
now.
down the line with this character. Link up with a couple people.
Nah.
Crew. She on her Pac shit right now. She like, fuck you and your crew.
I would love to see with the Street Profits.
I was actually thinking, I was like, yo, you know who would be great? But it's kind of like they wouldn't be partners, but they'll just be like, all right, like,
we in it together, do that shit done, and we party at the same time.
I got your back, bitch, type of shit. They bring Bianca Belair.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like
it's just like they kind of get into a feud, but it's like, all right, I respect that, but that's it.
Speaking about the Red Cup boys, what I wanted to say, I really love how they've been using them in the backstage segments. Like, this has really been, I haven't said this a lot in WWE in a long time, but it's been perfect. You know what they kind of remind me of? like the two old guys from the Muppets.
Oh, the critics.
Yeah, like they remind me of, and it's so well done. Especially because Montez Ford can carry it with like the charisma and then Dawkins
it's a perfect way to bring them in instead of like they bring a debut without wrestling. Yeah.
So even when they do wrestle, and I want to feel like this semi call up with the Street Profits is probably like a test. Because like we talked about before, when they had callers from NXT, they'll call them up, and the first thing they do, they just rush them to the ramp. And then the NXT people be like, oh, and then the casuals be like,
who are these people?
Mm-hmm. So with the Street Profits on TV for about, a month and a half now, 2 months?
Yeah, Vince got to be loving them.
They haven't hit the ramp yet.
Well, he's not in the shows like that anymore.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't on Raw this week.
Nope.
He got the extra fella to worry about.
Shout
out to the New York Guardians.
I heard Paul Heyman had top chair.
Chair?
I'm running things.
Yeah, he's literally like, he's head honcho.
That was the whole point. A lot on his plate. I think he just needs to know who's winning and why, and he'll take it from there. But yeah,
Tell me why.
I would love to see when the Street Profits finally have their first match, the reaction they get.
Well, my man Montez Ford is gonna be there, so it's gonna be a banger.
He has a lot of charisma. He has very natural charisma too.
Yeah.
King of the Ring. Who you like?
Ring.
Who you don't like?
Oh man, first let's give a RIP to Cesaro.
Yeah.
But Samoa Joe had to win, because if he lost one more time,
Samoa Joe's
I don't know. I checked the Twitter feed. I've been balling him up for the past month.
Samoa Joe was turning.
Cause you a liar, Samoa Joe. You be on fucking Raw every week talking about you gonna beat somebody up, and then pay-per-view time come. You know what happens from there. Get your ass beat.
I feel like my pick is gonna. I feel like Drew McIntyre is gonna win it.
King Drew.
I feel like,
first of all, I want to set the tone right off the bat. I hope this doesn't become a fucking gimmick shit.
Oh, like everybody getting the King of the Ring?
Yeah, like everyone, like all of a sudden they want to become fucking on some royalty bullshit. Like,
like back and before.
No, none of that shit.
King,
I said this when I talked about like, hey, they should bring back the King of the Ring or something like that.
Just drop the royal gimmick shit.
Drop that shit. Like, make it fucking mature. Like, this hokey pokey shit does not fly anymore.
Like, I'm the king.
This is not the Attitude Era.
I am the king. I am King Booker.
R.I.P. to Apollo Crews. He lost to Trent last night.
Look.
We never talked. He had a great match with Kushida. And that was my first time actually seeing the Tom Splitter. And I really enjoyed that match at NXT.
That's amazing.
Shout out to Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
Nice win.
Ooh. I really liked last week how it was the parallel between and you can tell WWE does this. That was their test, like Cedric and Drew and Buddy and Roman. And the thing about it's not even that they gave him a match; they gave him a match against two like their biggest guys,
heavy hitters. Yeah.
So Cedric Alexander and Drew McIntyre went out there and had a barn burner, and Buddy Murphy went out there with probably the top guy in their company and had a barn burner. So it's like, oh shit, maybe these 205 guys can wrestle.
About time, Vince. About time you open your eyes, motherfucker.
So shout out those two, because I think that was their test. I think if those two matches bombed, we probably wouldn't have seen any more like 205 like live interactions coming over.
It's already disappearing.
Little by little.
But yeah, who you got, Malk? I got Drew McIntyre winning it.
Damn. First, let's just get out this. I don't know why this match is happening. They got Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
I like it. It goes up with the storyline. It used to be a tag team.
But hold on. There's two. But this is the thing. There's two, like, say for instance, you got somebody like Cesaro and Samoa Joe. I know they wanted to come out hot, but, like, they could have knocked both of Gable and Shelton out the way and then had them in the second round or something.
So, word around the block is that they might reunite them.
Shelton and Gabe?
Yeah. With, like, a stupid gimmick. Mm-hmm. They're going to change their name. I already
Shorty G?
Shorty G and Shelby B.
Shorty G and Shelby B.
Like, they've been teasing it. Like, what's up, Shorty? I'm like, what is this?
My pick, though, is Andrade.
I would love for him to win it.
He already got the queen, so, you know.
Speaking of, do you think they should go 3 for 3 on the tournaments. Should there be a Queen of the Ring or Kings of the Ring?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, the tag team joined at the Street Profits.
Like a tag team version of King of the Ring, and then like a women's version of King of the Ring.
No, you don't need to do Kings of the Ring. I would do something completely different. I still think they can still keep the whole Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can still keep that.
And probably bring it...
Open the shit up. Don't just make it a fucking Raw versus SmackDown shit. Bring the boys up from NXT. Let them get some exposure.
That's what I thought the King of the Ring was going to do, but I guess this was like the first one.
I'm like, yeah.
Maybe second year they open it up a little bit more, especially now with them on USA and more exposure and shit.
Charlotte had teased on Monday the little Queen of the Ring thing.
You mean something that I put in the pipeline years ago? I
think they'll eventually do it because people gonna bitch and like, how y'all gonna do the guy thing and not do the girl thing?
Women, we want everything.
They definitely do. They can trust me on that. But I'm hoping for the King of the Ring going forward. Like you said, drop the hokey pokey.
Yeah, like make it an actual thing.
And I hope, especially because with the whole charisma and character and story, you don't really like shine this aspect on it. I hope the King of the Ring becomes that work rate.
Like you're gonna,
elevate
someone.
Elevate the guy, has like the crazy work rate, probably like rough around the edges on the character, but has enough can get shit done in the ring just to bring him up a little bit, and that would be like some shit for him to use.
Because that was the whole point. That was the whole point
of King of the Ring.
It was to catapult that guy.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember even when Austin won, he wasn't originally supposed to even win that. Like
that was Triple H.
But Triple H did the whole
he had to hug some people.
Curtain call thing. So he said
nope,
we're gonna go with the the Texas dude. So
Speaking of flying, I wish I was a fly on the wall for that gorilla.
So Triple H, he had to wait a good 2 or 3 years until he became the game.
Yeah, he became the eater of pins. He was the first eater of pins.
I still remember those matches that he had
for his punishment
with Henry Godwin, and that's when they had those slap matches.
You took it back.
Yeah,
I ain't hear that name in them years.
Talk about WWE Network. We got a whole network over there.
I still remember those, and he used to lose those matches too.
That was punishment.
Yeah. That's why you used to wear the long tights.
I remember he used to take those bumps from one side into the mud, and the pigs would be like, "Get on him! Get on him! Get him!"
I'm surprised nobody has ever brought that back up. Or maybe Triple H, you can't bring this up.
He deleted the files on that.
It's like, yo, Triple H, I'm thinking I'm using this slot matches, and I'll promote we're
gonna put some of your matches from 95, 96. Nah, delete. Get the fuck out of here.
What happened to those matches? The dream has no recollection.
They're just from DX on.
Growing up, watching Triple H, I was like, why is somebody always calling him Hunter? Because I grew up around the end of started watching Raw regularly around wrestling fully week by week. I can remember shit around WrestleMania 19. I was here there, but it was so around WrestleMania 19, it was yo, Hunter. I remember Batista calling him. I was like, what the hell?
Nah, you know who started the Hunter stuff? Stephanie used to always say that.
Hunter. I was like, who the fuck is Hunter? And then going back, I was like, oh, Hunter Hearst Helmet. Oh, that's why they used to call him Hunter. Yeah.
The blue blood.
The blue blood. People always Hunter
from Connecticut.
Who the fuck is Hunter? Yeah, but shout out Triple H, personal GOAT.
I remember he used to always come out with the two valets as well. The ladies.
Sean was like, yo, take my ladies.
The original whole train.
I remember Lita was part of the whole train.
I remember.
Yeah. This is before she became all right, you gonna be somebody.
That was when she was with who she was with before?
S.A. Rios.
Yeah, S.A. Rios. Yeah.
S.A. Rios.
S.A. Rios.
Yeah, your name is Lita. You could do a moonsault. All right, we're gonna pay you up with.
Okay.
S.A. Rios.
Yeah, ready for the big news?
The big news?
What's the big news?
Coming in a few weeks. NXT comes big time.
Ooh. They coming big time. I actually like it. I got to see how it's going to translate to their product, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm kind of very curious because if it's going to be live and they're going to be 2 hours, I'm very curious to see how it's going to play out. I think this is a lot of... They might be exposed. Who knows?
Yeah, too much exposure.
They might... just for the guys itself, because you got to remember, they'll film everything within one night. They'll film 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm. And then like no, everybody, like people want to be on every show.
Yeah,
like a week.
Because there's times, honestly, that like, I would want to watch NXT. I can't. It gets spoiled for me, and it's just like, why? What's the whole point of this? Mm-hmm. And it just brought me to those, like those days where I remember, like, there was no point of watching SmackDown at one point because
because they would just
SmackDown would be on Fridays or Thursday or Fridays, and somehow they would always air live in Canada, which made no fucking sense. They would literally get the show first, and then like I would go online and it's like, oh,
yeah, Dirt Streets already got the results.
Great. What's the point of me watching this?
How you feel, bro?
I think this was obviously the next step for them going forward. Yeah. It's evolving, it's growing and stuff. A lot of people know what NXT is.
And now the casuals get a chance.
Yeah.
To
stupid marks.
Yeah. We just didn't know where they was gonna go, either Fox Sports or USA.
That's basically what it is.
Stupid marks.
Fucking marks.
Yeah, so I think that's why this go back.
I only watch main roster things. I don't think about developmental.
But the 2 hour thing, this is why I asked you earlier about their make card. Like,
because how they gonna fill this time going forward?
Yeah, like
no, I think it's honestly like it would be perfect, but it would be interesting. I thought it was probably gonna be kept to an hour, to be honest.
Yeah.
But what they're planning on doing, that's why they're not. The word is they won't completely disintegrate the 205 Live.
What you mean? Like the show?
Like the show, like they're gonna try to integrate them with NXT somehow.
Which is good. Like I said, they got 205 has just like NXT, like eyeballs other than the network have to see this.
There's also been talks about probably putting a couple of main roster guys there.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Like
I would see like a restart, and then Breeze and Fandango's already down there.
Yeah.
Like somebody like
Apollo Crews needs to be the first person.
Like, I wouldn't be mad if Oscar went down there.
Hold on. Who?
No.
Who?
You will be saying who?
Who?
I'm pretty sure they were like, all right, y'all, NXT, we're going to start doing live. We just want to know if anybody wants to go. Y'all meet me.
And they got a perfect storyline with her and Shayna, because Asuka held the belt for a minute.
Yep.
Shayna held for for a minute.
For 500.
If somebody's going to take the belt off her.
And 86 days.
And Io. I heard those two had like beef back in the day too. I heard like because I think Asuka did from like the Shimmer promotion like Prima.
She was like, "Bye, bitch."
Yeah, and Io didn't really take it to her, but I think they got over it. But they can play up on that a little bit. But yeah,
but they won't.
I would love to see Asuka and Apollo come back down.
Yeah, because what I'm bringing this to TV is basically saying like we got 3 shows now. Now that's not.
It's like a little rotation.
It's not a development show how people be trying to make it seem like it's like we have 3 shows now.
But if I may say something myself.
Yes, go ahead, Jay-Z.
If I say so myself. This is one of those very few times someone like Asuka should not go.
It looks as a demotion.
I would kind of, and you've never heard me say something like this before.
Yeah, you never said demotion. We always talked about like jumping.
For me, I want to see where the product goes with NXT, how everything gets done.
Before people start jumping.
Yes, I don't know. I do love the idea, honestly, of her and Shayna going at it, for that specific reason. Actually, I don't know if it's gonna stay at Full Sail. Because Full Sail is Full Sail. They're going to fucking make this...
And it's a school, too. I don't know if they could get that every Wednesday.
No, well, that is kind of true.
Especially because it's September.
Unless, like, randomly they'll do... Because they always have the space there for, like, at least once or twice a month.
Okay.
But I don't know. But I'm very curious to see how it's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to tour for live shows. I really don't know anything that's going on with it.
I don't think they would have did the deal if they didn't have something planned.
No, I'm pretty sure. No, they obviously have I just don't know like as of me looking from the outside in how they're doing this. So I'm going in with everyone like fuck it.
Coming in blind isn't bad.
Yeah, but I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued too.
Some people on the other side of town.
Oh, A.
Mm-hmm. They're not feeling this move at all. Especially your man,
because you know what it is? Vince he's a little sly motherfucking bastard.
But they Cody, you should have never broke the throne.
That too, but the
everything
thing
was fine.
It's kind of also like a little bitch slap to them. Cause it's like we're not throwing Raw or SmackDown against y'all. We'll throw your NXT. Like that's how.
Like this is our hot show.
Let's see if y'all can handle our little mans.
Yeah, let's say NXT.
Look, to be honest, the way shit was running before AEW would have fucking ran out Raw. Let's be honest with that.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like from main, like market name value, it's not a Raw or SmackDown going against AEW with Dynamite or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Dynamite.
Wednesday night Dynamite.
Yeah,
Because then Vince looks at this like, yo. Y'all was talking on the Smack, and y'all can't even handle our little man.
That's what I'm saying. The little mans.
Like y'all,
which is really the big man.
Yeah, which really is the big man. But they'd be like, Vince, what is this new NXT you brought? Oh, this is something we had on the network. We never really brought it out, but we decided
It's good shit.
Yeah,
good shit.
I was like, where's this NXT been, Vince? It was on the network, but we decided
it was time.
Yeah,
it was definitely time. We got big more money.
We
got the A-Rap money.
Cause like they talking about a war, like in this point in age, like the ratings war wouldn't mean nothing. Cause you could be watching NXT on your phone and be watching on the fucking TV.
There's really no war.
The same shit. It's like so you can't compare ratings. So what are y'all gonna compare performance? Cause NXT is top level.
Gonna be
I think it's interest in such and such.
But this was needed. This you don't understand. Like this is good for the business.
Now AEW definitely is because you can see it now.
Like what? It's gonna bring good attention. It's gonna bring negative ones because you have these stupid marks. They're gonna be like, well, I'm always going to be pro WWE. I don't even know what these other promotions are. They're losers. I'm just going to be this guy and put my thumbs down because it's a cool thing to do. But no,
only when Rob Van Dam does it.
Yeah, but all same thing. You're going to have these idiots who are going to be like, oh, WWE's going to die forever. AEW's going to say, shut the fuck up.
Nobody's going to die.
This is good for fucking professional wrestling. Plain and simple.
We're not about to have what? 4 shows?
Oh,
on weekdays?
But even then, you still have Ring of Honor that still has their shows on Wednesday. They have their shows.
Ring of Honor still alive?
Yeah, they always have house shows and their
shows. Ring of Honor still alive. I think they just trying to find something. You seen their last
attendance show?
Oh yeah, how was the attendance at the? What's the vibe in Ring of Honor right now?
It's always good, but just all around in wrestling right now, like live shows are like they're tanking. They're really
too much, or nobody really wants to come out.
No, it's just in general, like they're across the board. Live shows aren't really doing that great. Like it would have to be a big show or a big pay-per-view to get people to come out.
Same thing with TV.
Yeah, like even like WWE live events. Like they did a show in White Plains.
Had to like top the whole half arena or some shit like that.
There was like barely anybody. Like you
see that barely anybody.
Like they're literally they block things off. Honestly, for these shows, they're averaging lately something maybe about 3,000 or 4,000 people tops, which is nothing.
That's why I like when people clown like the WWE for like, oh, they wasn't sold out, they had to cut off half the thing. It's like you shitting on them. Oh, the ratings is trash. Like since when did y'all care about ratings? Number one, number two. If they fuck up, that's gonna be look bad for everybody across the board.
Yeah, and then you're not going to support the product.
So your feelings.
So that's why at the same time it goes hand in hand because they're like, all right, so if people are not showing up, what we got to do? Like you get put in this transitional period where we got to see what's gonna stick and what's gonna make people come on and watch. Again, same thing I said, the perfect example with 205 Live. Everyone bitches like, oh, but why are they in the pre-show? Oh, they're whack. Oh, this is, 205 is whack. It's like, y'all motherfuckers don't watch the shit. They're always putting out fucking bangers out all the fucking time. They're not going to put it on the main card show because it's like, well...
It's a different speed.
It's a different speed, but also it's like, if no one's really paying attention, like, if you make us fucking care for the product, then maybe we might actually highlight it a little bit more.
And it looks bad on WWE if they put on the main show and they come out to like crickets.
Exactly. Because then you're going to have people that are going to be like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
But hopefully, like you said, they kind of integrate 205 with NXT. And then, like I said, NXT now is not going to be on the network exclusively. So hopefully more eyeballs on that product.
And then people was like, oh, well, Vince is going to...
ECW 3.0.
Vince is going to... he's going to...
That face. That face of ECW lives.
A lot of people was like complaining, oh, Vince is gonna have a hand in NXT. Well, he had to, even if he did. I He's the TV guy though. Like you can't be
just like
complaining
Raw
about
and
that.
SmackDown. Point Heyman's running Raw, Bishop is SmackDown, and Triple H is NXT. That's like his lieutenants. All like I said, all they're gonna tell Vince McMahon is like who's winning and why and where we're going.
Yeah, because you know he's gonna be busy with that new announcement today.
Yeah, we got XFL. Got my New York Guardians season tickets.
February 2020.
I don't even know where they're playing, but I already copped them. I was like the second person in line.
You think after the Super Bowl, football is over? Nah.
I actually like it though. The NFL actually does need not NFL, but football needs like another little league.
I mean, they did have one, but they fucked that up.
Oh, the one with Manziel. What was that?
AFL.
Yeah, they didn't have they have backing the right.
Well, I remember even with NFL Europe, that was actually pretty cool. I used to remember watching those.
I remember the Madden games.
Yeah.
I used to pick them when I first played, so I could beat the shit out of somebody. Cause I didn't want to go against anybody good yet. I think the NFL Europe teams.
They used to be good. There used to be a lot of great games.
NFL Europe.
Yeah. I mean, then we had arena football,
which is still around, surprisingly.
Yeah. I remember that was on Fox Sports at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But it was good though. It was fun to watch.
Remember the New York Dragons and the Philadelphia Souls, who won again, I believe.
Shout out to New York.
The Arena Bowl.
Dragons. I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of happy. 50. I'm surprised they didn't bring back any old names from the
That's what I thought. I thought that was gonna be a thing.
Some old, some new XFL.
I think Vince probably looked at it as that went bad last time. Yo, we not.
I think for him it was no, we need to rebrand.
If they would have kept 2 or 3, I would have been okay.
They could have kept the champions. LA won. And
New York was the Hitmen, but I don't know in this PC world right now.
No, I think that's fine. You just can't say war.
They can't be together.
They can't be together.
It's the New York Guardians experience.
I actually used to like the Orlando Maniacs.
I remember that team.
Then you had the Las Vegas Outlaws.
Yes, that was the team right there. The Las Vegas. They had the best name.
Stone Cold was. Austin was the only person that he's after that shit folded. He was just yo, the colors is dope.
He was wearing that jersey.
He was rocking.
He was on the ECW shit. I think so.
Yeah, he used to wear that shit all the fucking time. He was and that was those cheap
meshy.
I think Reebok was the one that was doing this, and those are the shit that once
shout
you
out the Reebok.
That
shout out the Barajas. No.
I don't know what's more awkward, Brian Barajas' awkward laugh or fucking Jasmine Duke. Jesus.
Oh Lord, we're gonna die.
Oh man.
But you like any of the new logos, team names?
I'm more high on it than the AFL. I think that they set the blueprint of, damn, Vince is looking at this they fucked the bag up. Because if they would have been around when XFL was still around.
What you gotta remember, the way they filmed the XFL, the NFL ended up taking that.
That's the thing with the 30 for 30. The XFL was the ECW for the NFL.
Yeah, it really was. And the same thing happened before with the AFL. Before when people were well, we don't want to go to the NFL anymore. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff that they took, the NFL was fuck
let's adopt this.
We're gonna take this and make it our own.
I think it's gonna work out.
Because I never knew that until 30 for 30 when it was the XFL was the first company and league to do the camera angles and the coaches and having players mic'd up. Yeah. It was the NFL was oh shit, they're not around.
They're already getting started up top to bottom. Andrew Luck's father, Oliver Luck, who ran was running
That's
the
crazy
college.
Ass last. I wish my name was Luck.
He was running the college football committee and stuff. He's the president over there at XFL. So.
I heard they put in. They put an actual amount of time on this. Yeah. They were able to get the insurances, get everything
everything stuff that AFL didn't get done. They was we're not gonna fuck up.
But with them, they fucked up because they trying to expand. They were expanding too fast.
XFL.
No, the AFL the first time.
Oh, the American football. Okay.
They were trying to expand too much, and it was just
CBS snatched the cord for them.
The XFL had bad luck. Also a bad games, but also more bad luck.